For me, a key element of the learning experience is the relationship between student and professor. In previous space, this has been a challenging relationship to sustain simply because it's been very hard to find professors. The building layout was confusing, the numbering of offices was confusing. Pillsbury is a very different picture. It will be so much easier for students to find us. Our offices are clearly labeled. In addition, students have great waiting space outside our offices, so coming to see a professor will not be an ordeal. It will be a comfortable experience where they can wait, get ready, talk to a professor, talk to other students who are waiting in a comfortable environment, and I really look forward to working even more closely with students given this. Another great opportunity that Pillsbury makes available is we planned very carefully to have dedicated spaces for undergraduates and dedicated spaces for grad students, as well as mixed study spaces throughout the building. And I want this to create a sense of belonging, a sense of ownership around these spaces that will make people want to come to them and be excited about being part of the learning experience in English. On top of that, we have a spectacular space on the 4th floor for events and for learning. English sponsors many exciting free events for the university community and for everyone in Minnesota. We are eager for you to come to our events and so excited that we now have a dedicated space just for those events. We can't wait to welcome you to that space. It's going to be amazing. When I think about why it's important for the department to occupy this new building, first, I want to acknowledge that this building is on Dakota Anishinaabe land. And I think it's really important for us to recognize that this land has an important history and presence. For us to occupy this space, I think, creates a lasting obligation to the department towards the Indigenous peoples of Minnesota, but also to the cause of Indigenous people globally. I think the history of Indigenous peoples is central to the history of American literature, and more broadly, the history of Indigenous people is central to English literature insofar as it's critical to the history of the British Empire. So I think we are incurring a debt to be privileged to be on this land, and I take very seriously for the future of the department acknowledging that debt, making a public space to acknowledge that debt within the building, and making sure that our curriculum represents an active and ongoing commitment to acknowledging both the past history and the current history, aspirations, and struggles of Indigenous peoples throughout our planet. So that's, for me, a primary issue around what it means for us to be in this building. In addition, I think it's important for this building to exist as a space for the visibility of the arts and the humanities at the University of Minnesota. One of the wonderful things about English is that we combine humanities scholarship with creative arts. As we're looking forward to the 21st century, we're looking forward to a century of increased automation around jobs. The jobs that are going to last are the jobs that are not going to be automated. And what we are teaching our students in English are the skills to survive in this environment, the skills of thinking carefully about communication, about analyzing complex problems, about being able to see a situation from multiple points of view. These are the situations that are not going to be easily automatized anytime soon. Therefore, I think the skills that the English major offers are ones that are going to be vital for the 21st century, and I'm so excited that we're going to be able to offer them to students for the future.